Welcome everyone to our Hatha yoga class. My name is Tammy for those who don't know me yet. Nice to see everyone. I was just watching everyone come in, so it's really nice to see everyone here at our 8 o'clock class. It's nice to do something in the evening. It'll make us feel relaxed and rejuvenated for the evening and having a good sleep and for the next day. Our theme is self-care. So our intention for this evening is self-care. Self-care, that conscious act of doing something for ourselves. So it does take that preparation, that organization, really thinking about how I'm going to take care of myself. Being here in our class is a great start. As I said, you'll feel energy, rejuvenation, that motivation, getting ready for the next day. We'll begin by sitting on our mat. So I'm just going to move back and I'll sit on my mat. A little better in this light, I think. Finding a comfortable seated position for yourself. You can sit on your heels. You can sit on blocks, stacking them, and that will take pressure off of your knees. I usually like to use 2 blocks, but you can use 1 block. You can sit on a pillow and then taking the pressure off of the knees. Relax your shoulders. You can also sit with your legs crossed in front of yourself. Drawing our attention to our breath, Ujjayi breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Seeing if you can hear your breath. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Placing your hands just onto your legs, your knees, wherever comfortable for yourself. Relaxing through our shoulders and then roll the shoulders back. And then let the shoulders just fall. Okay, I'm going to remove my blocks now. So cushions or blocks, you can remove them also, set them to the side, somewhere easily to reach. Making our way to all fours. Draw your shoulders back, down your spine, and then sitting back into the heels and then forward, a little rock back and forth. Come to all fours here and be still, neutral spine. Take your hands wider than the shoulders and circles through your body. And then the other way. Come to stillness, taking your hands back under the shoulders, find the neutral spine and be still. And then wag your tail. And then forward and back, little rock. And then child's pose. Uncurl the toes. So 2 types of child poses that I will show you. Your knees can be forward or your knees are turned out to the edges, sides of your mat. If they're turned out, you are stretching a little bit more into your hips. So find what's going to work for you. Knees forward, it is into the spine, sitting back into the heels for everyone. Arms could be forward or back. Let the forehead rest on the mat. Remain in child's pose. Just let yourself be in the moment. Take this moment for yourself. And slowly releasing, come back to all fours. Toes down towards the ground into cow and then cat. Nice big inhale, draw your heart up towards the sky. And exhale, big arch into our spine. Inhale, draw your heart up towards the sky. Exhale, big arch. Inhale, draw your heart up again to cow. Exhale, cat. And then back to the neutral spine. Step forward with the right hand, left hand, and then draw your pelvis up towards the sky, bending through the knees, alternate knee bends. Straight spine, let the head hang, engage the muscles underneath your armpits. And then find stillness. Everyone, knees are bent. Come down to your knees, let them hover over top of your mat, and then draw up again. Try that again. Draw your knees down, let them hover over top of your mat, and then back up. One more time. Draw the knees down, let them hover, and then all the way back down. Child's pose again. So maybe you want to try child's pose with the knees turned out. Bring your big toes together, sit back into the heels. Arms could be forward and let the forehead rest. There are lots of ways that you can use your arms. Your arms could have your elbows down and let the forehead rest into the palms of your hands. You can use a block. And everyone slowly releasing back to all fours. I'm just going to turn on an angle so you can see me this way. Step forward with the right hand, left hand. Come back into downward facing dog. Bend through the knees, look to your hands, and walk your feet forward. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other here. About 2 fist distance between your feet. So you can just measure that. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back, straight through the spine, and then fold again. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, all the way up, strong through your legs. Inhale, draw your arms up, overhead. Exhale, sitting into a squat, fierce posture. Utkatasana. Relax through the shoulders. Check to see if your knees are passing your toes. If so, sit back a little bit more into your squat or just come up a little bit higher. Slowly lift up. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift again. Your arms can come out to the side. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. One more time, lifting up halfway with a nice inhale. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, coming up all the way. Draw your arms up overhead if that works for you. Exhale, taking your hands to your heart center. Relax through the shoulders. In Tadasana, take a moment here. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Relax through the shoulders. Turn your palms towards the front. Yeah. Pull my hair back here. Close your eyes. Take a moment, checking in. Now with yoga, checking in. You have to do it. Seeing how you're feeling. So that you can have that focus, that balance. So checking in mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, doing a head to toe check. Opening up your eyes. Okay, nicely done. Okay, moving into lunge. Coming to the top of your mat, I'll go on an angle so that you can see me. Place your hands on to your hips, bend through the knees, and then step back with your right foot straight back. Knee not passing your toe. Now, I'm just going to move a little bit. You can come down to a low lunge here and then come straight up. Come down to a low lunge, come straight up. Draw your arms up overhead if you like. Come down to a low lunge and straight up. Pinkies turn towards the back. So all the way down and then back one more time. Relax through the shoulders, come down and then back up. Taking your heel down towards the ground. Having your heels lined up with each other, or your front heel with the back arch. So just checking to see where you're at. You want about one leg distance between your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, lunge forward to warrior two, opening up through your pelvis. Take a moment, draw your attention to your breath, checking to see if your left knee is turning in. If so, push it out. So opening up. Extended side angle will be next. With a nice big inhale, reach your right arm up and over. Exhale, relax your left arm onto your thigh, but not pushing down. Or you can bring your hand down towards the ground, long through the waist. So finding what's going to work for you. Relax through the shoulders, long through the waist. Notice if you're creasing, so just lift up again and then come back into the posture. Keep breathing. With your next inhale, take your arm down and take your left arm all the way up to exalted warrior. Relax through the shoulders. Keep opening up through your hips. Checking to see if that left knee is turning in. Relax through the shoulders. Back to warrior two, looking over your middle finger, relaxing. Sitting a little bit deeper into your lunge, and then slowly release, bending through both knees. Step the right to meet the left. Okay, that was a lot of legs, nice and strong. I'm going to come onto this side so you can see me this way. Left side, doing the same thing. Place your hands onto your hips, bending through the knees, and step straight back with the left foot. Nice big lunge. Checking your distance, just set yourself up here at first. Your left heel is up towards the sky. Coming down to a low lunge, square your hips and come down, and then all the way back up. Do that again. Arms can come up overhead if you like. Keep breathing. Hear your breath. And then coming into warrior two. So turning onto your heel is going to rest on your mat. Set yourself up. Your heels are in line with each other, or that front heel is in line with your back arch. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, lunge forward. The right knee points straight ahead. So notice you're tracking. If your right knee is turning in, just increase, help it a little bit here, increase the opening with your hand. Keep breathing, keep breathing. You can look over top of your middle finger, relax through your shoulders. Legs are strong. With your next inhale, extended side angle, sweep your left arm up and over, right arm comes down, long through the waist. Let's rotate and then draw the side of our body over top of the leg. Your right arm can come down too if you like. Your gaze can be straight ahead, or you can turn your gaze, your drishti, up towards the sky, your thumb. Into exalted warrior with your inhale breath. Exhale. Releasing up and over. Inhaling. Exhaling, relax your shoulders. Right knee pointing straight ahead. Next inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, bending both knees and step left to meet the right. Little shift through your hips. Okay, very good. Next, it is going into a lovely plie squat. I'm just going to turn to face you so you can see. Turn your toes out. Take your hands to your heart center and then sit down into this squat. Keeping the knees turned out, open. Lifting up through the arches of your feet. And then slowly make your way back up. Okay. Turning our toes to face the front. You always rotate on the heels, not your toes. So turn your toes to the front. Relax through the shoulders. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Now bend through the knees. Come to a nice flat back. Take your hands down towards the ground. You may want to open up through the legs a little bit more, so just checking that. Take your right hand down towards the ground. Left hand, place it onto your left hip. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, rotate over to the left side. Inhaling, Exhaling, you can draw your left arm off of the hip. You can turn your gaze, your drishti, to your thumb if you like. Slowly releasing with your exhale breath, taking your hand down towards the ground. Place your right hand onto the right hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotating over to the right side. Inhaling and exhaling. You can take your hands away from the hip, extend the energy out through your fingers. Slowly releasing with your exhale breath. Bend through the knees and take your hands onto your hips. Inhale, coming all the way up to a small back bend. Exhale, release, bending through both knees, and then you can step your feet together and give a little shift through the hips. Okay, tree is next. You can stand on your mat or off your mat, finding what's going to work for you. You can hold on to something also, a chair, wall, whatever is going to work also. Root yourself down into the ground. Draw your skin into your muscles and your muscles into your bones strong. Draw your right foot off the ground. If you like, you can keep your foot on the ground too, of course, the ball of the foot. Turning your knee out, place your foot onto your calf or inner thigh. So finding what's going to work for you, placing your hands to your heart center. This is when it is a really good check-in to see how we are doing. Slowly release and a little shift through the hips into the other side. Root yourself down into the ground. Draw your navel in towards your spine, engage your bandhas. Now here you can turn your knee out and place your ball of the foot down to the ground. Calf, of course not onto the knee, not onto the joint, and then or inner thigh. And that is your choice. Place your hands to your heart center, standing up nice and tall. Slowly releasing. A little shift through the hips. Now, you may want to do the next posture standing on the floor. You can do it, of course, on your mat, but if you found, oh, this is a little bit squishy, you can stand, of course, on the floor. Lifting up your right leg and draw the knee in towards your chest. Flex your foot to help make this stronger. Turn your knee out to the side. Take your left arm out to the side. You may want to find a mudra. You can bring your index finger and thumb together, or middle finger and thumb together. You can extend your right leg straight. Use your peace fingers to hold on to your big toe also. And slowly let's release. Take your knee back and extend your right leg. Flex your foot and take your foot down to the ground. Shift through the hips into the other side. Root yourself down. Draw your leg up. Flex your foot. Draw your muscles into the bones. Hold strong. Here, turn your knee out. You can take your right arm out to the side. Find the mudra, your index finger or your middle finger towards your thumb. And if you like, you can extend your legs straight. And then slowly release. Take your knee in towards the center. Extend your legs straight. Flex that foot. And then draw your foot down. A shift to your hips. Okay. Eagle is next. I will show you this way. Sitting down into a squat. We will lift our right leg over top of our left leg. So you may want to come up at first, lift your leg up, and then wrap it around your left leg. If it's not accessible just yet, you can take your right leg over top and then sit down into a squat. If you are doing that wrap, you can hold onto the wall too. And slowly, everyone, releasing, and then you can fly your eagle by lifting up and slowly release and shift through the hips. I'll show you this way now. Take your left leg up and over, cross. You can do that wrap if you like. So wrapping that foot around just like that, and then sit back into your squat. Slowly releasing and fly your eagle. Extend your left leg back and fly. And then slowly release, shift through the hips. Malasana, it is garland. Turning your toes out and sitting down into a squat. Hands, prayer. Checking to see if your knees are passing your toes here. You can do a little shift side to side. And then hold stillness. Close your eyes and take a moment. Checking in with your mind. Pushing your inner thighs out with your elbows for garland. And then slowly release. Your hands can come down towards the ground. Turn on the heels, toes forward. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, everyone. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Okay, well done, everyone. Making your way down to the ground. If you'd like to join me with Namaskara A, our sun salutation, inhale, draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, flat back, just like before. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take your hands down to the ground. Step back with the right foot, left foot. Jut the body forward. Take your knees down to the ground and then slowly fold into the ground. Uncurl the toes, everyone. Inhale to up dog. Pubic bone down, draw your navel in. Exhale, release. Do that again. Inhale, come up. Push the tops of your feet down. Exhale, release. One more time. Pubic bone down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. So come up to your knees. Downward facing dog. Everyone bend to the knees and walk your feet forward. You can do a little jump and then cross-legged. And then sitting, facing the front for butterfly. Taking the balls of your feet together. So the bottoms of your feet, take them together. Sitting up nice and tall. And then you can do a little rock side to side. This is fun. Relax to the shoulders. Coming down with the flat back. Rounded would be here. So flat back, nice and long through the spine, and then fold forward. Inhaling, lift, and exhale, fold forward. Now inhale all the way up. This time exhale and let yourself hang. So yes, you can have a rounded back. Let yourself hang and just let yourself be. With your next inhale breath, make your way all the way up. Your arms come up over top of your head too. With a nice big inhale, exhale, release. Sage pose is next. Sage C, Mrichasana C. Take your right leg and cross it up and over top of the left leg. Your left toes are up towards the sky, sitting up nice and tall. Your right hand can come down towards the ground. You can tent your fingers and then draw in. Relax the shoulders, finding what's comfortable for you here. Take your left hand, pull the left knee in. This is one way to do it. I'll show you first and then we'll do it all together and you'll have a choice. Inhale, lift, exhale, rotating, looking over your right shoulder. Or you can do it this way. Take your left arm up towards the sky and then draw the left elbow down and then pull back on that knee. And your fingers are up towards the sky. Sit up nice and tall with a nice big inhale. And then exhale, rotate. So finding what is going to work for you. Use your breath. If you find that your breath is, if you're cutting out of your breath, then coming out of that twist and set yourself up again. With your next exhale breath, coming out of the twist and then turning to the other side. And then slowly releasing. Okay, let's move into the other side. I'm just going to turn my body so you can see me. Taking your left leg up and over top of the right leg. Your right toes are up towards the sky and sit up nice and tall. Okay, finding what works for you. Could be your right hand pulling your knee in. It could be your elbow, right elbow with the wrap, and then pulling your knee in. So finding again what works for you and sitting up nice and tall, everyone, with a nice big inhale breath. Exhale, turning, twist over to the left side. You can have your fingers tented or your hand is flat down towards the ground. With the inhale breath, lengthening through your spine, sitting up a little bit taller. Exhale, twisting a little bit more. With your next exhale breath, make your way back towards the front and release. Take your legs in front, take your hands behind, and just do a little shake out. So it's fun to do. Okay, and releasing. Forward bend, V-sit. Taking our legs nice and wide here. So wide-legged V-sit. To help keep the back straight, hands go behind your bottom here. Toes up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Let your exhale breath help you to come a little bit deeper into the stretch. With the next inhale, drawing up. Exhaling, release. Okay, take your legs together, give yourself a little shake out again. Take your right foot into your inner thigh, sitting up nice and tall. Head to knee pose is next. If you like, if you do have a strap, a band, you can use that for the postures that we'll be doing the next two on the ground here. You can wrap the band around the bottom of your foot and then add the fold forward. You can have a knee bend and fold forward. You don't have to use a band if you don't want to. Inhaling, you can draw your arms up, and then exhale, fold forward. And it is the head to knee posture here. So finding what works for you, toes up towards the sky. With your next inhale, make your way all the way back up. Exhale, arms down by the sides as you switch legs. Sitting up nice and tall, draw the right toes up towards the sky. Use your band if you like, setting yourself up, finding what works for you. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, fold forward. With your next inhale, making your way up. Exhale, release, and just set your band props to the side again. Okay, let's go down to the ground now. So making our way down to the ground, a couple different ways to do it. You can have your knees come over to the side and then lay back down to the ground, or lots of core strength coming down to the ground with a C curve through the spine and making your way down to the ground. Let your head rest. Draw the knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little squeeze. Take both feet down towards the ground. See if you can touch your heels with your fingers. That's the correct distance that you want to be. If you want to use a chair for any of the postures when we fold forward here, come over to the side, you can do that. So that would look like this with a chair. I'll just use my mat or my poster. Okay, you can do a fold forward like this. You can do a twist. If you would like to sit on a chair or a pillow. Okay, coming down towards the ground, if you like, and taking the knees up. Again, one more time, and then place them down to the ground. See again if you can touch your heels. Palms down towards the ground. Inhale, up to bridge, not looking around when you do this. So draw the pelvis up towards the sky. Engage your bandhas, that's your core strength. Exhale, come down. So drawing the navel in towards the spine, lifting up through the pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, draw your pelvis up. Exhale, coming down. Knees point straight ahead. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Take your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself one more little squeeze. And then take your knees in line with your hips. Have a 90-degree bend. Hands come out towards the sides. And then take your legs up and over to the right side. A little twist here. You can turn your palms up towards the sky. You can turn your head the opposite way of your knees. And slowly take your head back towards the center and then take your legs. Lots of core strength coming up and back to the center. Take your legs up and over to the left side now. Turn your head the opposite way. of your legs. You can close your eyes and be still. Take your head back towards the center, strong through the core. Draw those knees up towards the center. Take your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Take your left foot down towards the ground. Take your right leg up. So here, if you don't have a band, you can use your house coat, tie. You can use pretty much anything that is like a band. And then wrap it around the bottom of your right foot. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Straighten your leg, your toes down towards your face. If you don't have your band handy, you can just use your hands and then hold onto the leg. And then draw that leg in towards the body. You can extend your left leg on the ground straight if you like. Now here, if you don't have a back band, you can really support your leg with your hands. Hold on, if you do a band, hold on to the band with your right hand. Take your left arm down towards the ground and then take your right leg out to the side, opening up. If you notice the left hip bone is really popping up, push it down with your left hand. Keeping the foot flexed. Make your way back up, strong through the core. Hold on to the band with your left hand and then take your leg up and over top of your opposite leg, over top of your body. Nice big arch. Flex the foot. Then slowly draw your head and leg back to the center. Okay. Take your left foot into the band and then hold here. Release your right leg from the band. Hold your left foot with the band, holding your leg with your hands. Toes down towards your face, nice and long through the hamstrings. Hold on to your leg or band with your left hand here and then open up that leg over to the side. And you want to push down again onto the hip bone, right hip bone. Slowly take that leg back. Hold on to the band with your right hand, or you're just lifting up your leg up and over top the body and cross. You can look the other way of your leg, so just turn your head opposite way. Slowly take your head back towards the center with your leg back towards the center. Take your right foot in towards with the band here. One little stretch and release. Remove the band. Take your band over to the side. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then slowly release. Take your knees down towards the ground. Take your feet wider than the hips. Your hands can just be down towards the ground. And then windshield wiper. Knees side to side. And then hold center, take your feet back. Inhale, open up your arms. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Inhale, open up your arms. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, big hug. Cross your arms the opposite way. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug yourself and cross your arms the opposite way. And release. Take your knees in towards your chest, little squeeze. And then roll over to your right side. That works for you. And then slowly make your way up. Okay. We'll make our way into Shavasana next. So Shavasana, several ways that we can do it. Your legs can be up the wall. So when you scooch over to the wall here, you can bring your legs up the wall, scooching your bum as close as possible. You can take your legs wide if you like, if you wanted to support them, or they're just up. You can rest on the side of your body. You can also lie on your back. Toes up towards the sky, and then you can turn the palms out. Open them up towards the sky, taking your arms a little ways from the body. Or your arms could be tucked in towards the body. If you have a blanket or anything warm, you can place it, of course, on top of yourself. You can put socks on. If you have any eye bags, you can place them on top of your eyes. Just give you just a little bit more time to get yourself set up. We'll be in Shavasana for a little while. So make sure you're nice and warm. Just going to turn down the lights. So here, letting your eye sockets be heavy. Letting your facial muscles relax. Letting your body soften. Letting yourself feel cared for. Letting yourself feel more balanced. Letting yourself feel more energy. Letting yourself feel restored. Slowly starting to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Noticing your breath, noticing the surface you're lying on. Coming back to our intention of care, self-care. Thinking how you can prioritize yourself, taking that care for yourself. Slowly, if you are lying down, you can bend through the knees. You can take your right arm overhead and then turn your body over to the right side to fetal, and then slowly make your way up to a comfortable seated position. You can have your hamstrings, your hips higher than your hamstrings. Thank you, everyone, for joining me and sharing your practice with me. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.